Te ururo Flavell.
Kia ora tātou e te whare ko tuake hei waha kōrero mo te Pāti Māori i tēnei ahi ahi. Mr. Speaker, in talking about the South Canterbury Finance Company, whereas the Māori Party have been trying to put the payout into some sort of context, as other speakers have alluded to just over a week ago, around 30,000 investors received a taxpayer handout to the effect of $1.6 billion to tide them over after the collapse of Mr. and Mrs. Alan Hubbard's finance company, South Canterbury Finance. For us, Māori have been comparing this unexpected bonus for this one group of investors to the irony of the fiscal envelope offered 15 years ago as a part of the grand plan to settle treaty claims. The fiscal envelope limited the Crown to a total sum of $1 billion for the settlement of all claims over a period of 10 years. The $1 billion cap to settle all claims for a Māori population at the last census, which totaled 643,977 people, compares miserably with the $1.6 billion payable by the Crown to settle a few unhappy investors. Mr. Speaker, the question that they ask is, how can it be that when Ma and Pa Hubbard go to the cupboard and find nothing there, that they will suddenly be bailed out by the Crown, and yet Māori, when Māori are going to the larder, it's so much harder, and the best that they'll end up with is approximately 2% of the real value of the claims. Mr. Speaker, Professor Margaret Mutu worked out a formula using the 1995 deal in which a Pākehā landowner, Alan Titford, received $3.25 million in compensation for the 94 acres of far north farmland taken off him to return to Māori. And based on that, she said that the settlement paid out to date would equal 0.06% of what they were actually worth. Ngai Tahu's $170 million was 0.01% of the $1,192 billion that they would have got under Professor Mutu's formula, and Tainui's $170 million equating to 0.4%. Mr. Speaker, we have no argument with the investors. On the contrary, what we think the South Canterbury finance experience has taught us is that it provides a benchmark from which to assess the financial compensation due to Māori from treaty settlements. Let's put it all in context. $1 billion or just over to Māori, of whom there are just over 650,000. $1.6 billion to 30,000 investors, $2 billion to Christchurch and the Canterbury area that they will definitely need. Sir, there's seriously something out of kilter with the figures here. Tēnā tātou.
Speaker.
The Honourable Peter Dunn.